With apologies to the novelist James Michener, I'd like to share an adapted passage of something he wrote a long time ago. They will live a long time, these men of the Indianapolis. They had an American quality. They, like their victories, will be remembered as long as our generation lives. After that, like the men of the Civil War, they will become strangers. Longer and longer shadows will obscure them until their guns will sound distant on the ear like Shiloh and Valley Forge. My name is William Toti, and I'm the chairman of the USS Indianapolis Legacy Organization. I'm also a retired Navy captain who commanded the submarine USS Indianapolis, having worked with the survivors of the World War II heavy cruiser USS Indianapolis since the mid-1990s. For those of us who knew the survivors of the Indianapolis, their shadows are not yet long. Their guns do not yet sound distant. They are still fresh in our memories. But for the vast majority of Americans who only know about the Indianapolis from a speech given by a fictional character from a movie, there is much to learn. Like all movies, Jaws is primarily entertainment. While we are pleased that the movie introduced the story of the Indy to the general public, the movie gets much of the history wrong. I once said that if you were to write down the complete history of the USS Indianapolis, there is so much there that it reads like a work of fiction. And yet, there is also so much disinformation out there on the internet, so much noise in the ether, that it's difficult to separate fact from fiction. The purpose of the USS Indianapolis Legacy Organization is to honor the men who served in her, to preserve the proud history of that ship, and to make correct information available to anyone who wishes to learn more about this great ship and her crews, about Admiral Spruance and the 5th Fleet staff who operated from her, and about the Pacific War battles that she took part in. Our World War II heroes deserve nothing less. You can join us in our journey by becoming a member of the USS Indianapolis Legacy Organization. Membership is open to anyone interested in the story of one of the most impactful ships in U.S. Navy history. And always remember the motto of the Indy survivors: never give up. Thank you, and welcome to our website.